Hello, hello. So, one moment, I'll just wait for the everything to pick up on the gameplay. It always seems to take OBS a couple of seconds to be like, oh right, there is a full screen PC game. There we go, that's got it. So, we're just gonna pick up exactly where we left off last week. So last week we did Sonic's 1, CD, and 2, all emeralds, all time stones, all everything, basically. And this week we'll be doing, well, Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Oh, welcome back, Kurilu. You stuck out the whole thing last time. That was some dedication, so it's good to see you back. I'm going to jump straight on in, just exactly where we left off. So Sonic 3 and Knuckles, I'm going to basically go for the same thing. So all emeralds, the full game. And yeah, the only bit I'm kind of worried about is the and Knuckles portion. So when I was growing up, I always did the Mushroom Hill trick to get all of the emeralds after the fact, so I don't really know where all of the big rings are in the second half of the game. First half of the game, yeah, piece of cake, that'll be easy enough, but it's that damn second half. So yeah, no more star posts this time, we're straight into big rings, and we're playing Blue Spear, which I don't think... Well, no, I have at some point gotten perfect in all of them, but I can't do that reliably. And certainly a stream is not the place to attempt to do that, so don't expect all perfects with all the rings. I'm just gonna... Getting the emerald is good enough, especially when we get into the super emerald stages, my word. There we go. But yeah, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, not my favourite Sonic game. It's one of the best Sonic games, I agree that much. And if people were to speak air quotes objectively, I know that phrase gets used all the damn time incorrectly, but Sonic 3 and Knuckles, when you combine the two cartridges, yes, there are bigger levels, yes, there are more of them, yes, it is, you know, technically better than Sonic 2 in terms of, like, metrics and measurables, like, sheer numbers. But in terms of, like, heart and soul and completely subjective bullshit, I much prefer Sonic 2. Sonic 2's got my heart. Oh, hello to Sonic USB Online and Mr. Terry Chaos. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you in here. So yeah, that's our first emerald. We should be able to get all of the emeralds fairly early into Sonic 3. I know where a good number of the big rings are, not all of them. We're not going to be doing a Sonic 2 where I'm like, here's all of them before we've left Emerald Hill. That's not... I don't know the equivalent of that for Sonic 3. Apparently Mushroom Hill in the and Knuckles part has tons of big rings, and it's very, very easy to get all the emeralds there, but I couldn't tell you where to find them. Can't stick around to seeing Deadpool and Wolverine in a bit. Ah, fair play. Well, I hope you enjoyed the film. It is a damn good time. I will say, very entertaining on a first watch. I'm not sure how it's going to stand the test of time when the novelty factor of that first viewing, for lack of a better term, has passed. I don't know. Yes, I think it might have the... What was the name of the Spider-Man multiverse film? The live-action one where they got Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield back. You had Homecoming, Far From Home, and No Way Home. No Way Home. So that, amazing on a first watch, but second, third time around, once you sort of know about all the cameos and everything else... doesn't hold up as well as the other two MCU Spider-Man films, I don't think. And I think Deadpool and Wolverine's going to find itself very much in that same camp. First time around where you don't know what's coming. Yeah, fantastic, full of surprises. But it's kind of a series of tricks that really only work once. So I'm making the film sound... You're going to have a really good time. It's a really good film. And that first viewing in a cinema is going to be amazing. But yeah, I just don't know how it's going to hold up, like, at home on Blu-ray when it's third, maybe fourth time around. Yeah. Either way, nice to see Hugh Jackman back and actually in a yellow suit. Good God, we've needed that for a while. Also, I apologize to anyone who gets disoriented by these goddamn special stages. They are just constantly, like, hard 90-degree turns. I get how that can be hard to look at. There are going to be 14 of them in this as well. 14! Alright, well that's 2 down and 5 to go anyway. Also got to give Sonic 3 props for... I think it does do the hill trend. Like, I would see Angel Island as one of the hill zones. But it's subverted enough to still be its own thing as well. I very much think it strikes a nice balance. Yeah. Now, what I can't remember... I might be thinking of a later one. I think I'm thinking of a later one. Yeah, I am. There is a big ring at one point at the bottom of one of these where it's like, oh, you're actually better off falling. Thought it was this one. It's not. Oh well. Very short diversion. Nothing was lost. There we go. Fire shield, which is going to make this next bit an absolute joke and a cakewalk. Because this guy cannot hurt me. So, weirdly... Oh! Okay, I always thought that you didn't bounce the sign now so that you got the water shield guaranteed, but apparently not. Maybe that's another one of the quirks of this being widescreen, is that you, no, don't necessarily get that. Because the position's different where it falls as to where the shield is. There are a few oversights like that, where they just maybe didn't think about the widescreen changes as much as I would have liked them to. Still, overall, a very good conversion. I'm glad that we finally got a release of Sonic 3 and Knuckles in this framework, on modern machines. It had been far too long since Sonic 3 had been easy to get hold of. Is it the best version of Sonic 3 and Knuckles? No. It's good. It's very good. I even don't mind the music getting changed out. I kind of like some of the PC tracks once you hear them through the Yamaha from the Mega Drive. Even if they kind of botched and balked that, as we learned, comparing the beta music to what we actually get in this release. Yeah, the beta music sounds better. I can't defend that at all. Jun Sonoy, very, very gifted in terms of, you know, when it comes to modern music, modern melodies, modern instrumentation. The guy does not know what he's doing when it comes to chiptune MIDI and, so like just that 16-bit era sound. I'm probably not using the right terms for it. Music buffs would probably be like, actually, you can't call it that. But, I know what I mean. And hopefully you do too. That's going to be awkward. I did not mean to turn that orb red. This is where going for perfects can really knock you on the arse. Not a giraffe. OG hardware only. Yeah. I hate to say it because I sound elitist when I say it, but yeah. Yeah, so... I think it's been pretty much confirmed now that Michael Jackson was involved in the soundtrack, although only, I think it's Brad Buxer was his collaborator, only he's in the credits. It's interesting because they're like, oh, the reason it got air quotes censored and the reason the music got changed for other releases was because of Michael Jackson, and I'm like, we think about it, they started swapping out tracks that Michael Jackson allegedly contributed to as early as when we locked on the And Knuckles portion of the game, which is pretty goddamn early on, literally within a year. So Sega were distancing themselves quite quick. And then you've got, what was the PC version, 1998? Possibly earlier than that. And, you know, they went with the original soundtrack in horrible MIDI form, but the original soundtrack in that release too, so... Yeah, Sega were distancing themselves from MJ long before people claimed they were. It's this one. This is a waterfall that has the big ring hidden in it. There it is. I knew it was one of these. There we are. Space Channel 5. I've got to admit, aware of Space Channel 5, yet to play them. So it sounds like, did they patch things up and have a Michael Jackson collaboration in that? Okay. Also hear that game is quite obtuse to play. Apparently it's not clear what the mechanics are or what you're supposed to do. Sounds like quite a read the manual game. But then it's also a rhythm game and I have like 4 left feet, so... Right, let's do the really, really massive one where you go all the way around the outside of this and you turn the whole damn thing into rings in one go. Let's... because that's just glorious to see. There we go. Of course, being flashy has no doubt screwed myself over. Yep, the speed is already kicking up. Great. The longer you're in these stages, the faster it gets. Oh, that is probably vomit-inducing to watch. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Me, 5 minutes ago. I'm not going to go for the perfects. Me, every special stage since. Perfects. Oh, hey, Snake. Might have been they cleared the charges by then. Yeah, maybe. He's in both games as Space Michael. Yes, Yakuza 0 does have Miracle Johnson. I think that's the, where they sort of ape the Thriller music video and you've got to be his bodyguard from the, zombie actors. Oh, Malcolm Ahmad. Hello. We're doing okay for people today. This is a decent turnout so far. Long may it continue. Hey, up we go. Well done. Thank you. A stream is not a situation where you really want to be pushing for perfects, but old habits die hard, I guess. Oh, man. But yeah, I have had an odd week for gaming. I've been playing Astrobot pretty much non-stop. Got the platinum in it, 100% of it. And yeah, it was just a perfect little game at the exact right time for me. Sort of, there's a lot of, like, you look at gaming news with all the layoffs, you look at projects like Suicide Squad and Concord, and just this tone-deaf bollocks that we're getting from executives. And you're sort of like, is this still for me? Like, am I aging out of this hobby? Do I just not get it anymore? Are these not made for me? No, I am not getting a PlayStation 5 Pro. No. just flat out. Nope. No interest in that machine at all. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Fuck. Tried to be flashy. First death. It's alright. We can recover from that. I was like, do I go for it? And by the time I'd made the decision to go for it, it was too late. Yeah, so Astrobot comes along, and it's just this perfect little game. It's just pure joy all the way through. It's amazing. And it's just like, oh, they do still make them like this. They do still know how. So yeah, if you have a PlayStation 5, I highly recommend just go out and get Astrobot right now. If you don't have a PlayStation 5, don't buy a PS5 for the one game. Yeah, I think that's a good way of putting it, Snake. Yeah. Aged out of mainstream gaming. Certainly, indie gaming is giving me a lot more of a want to see. Plucky Squire this week. Genuinely excited. Looking forward to that. Decided at the last second there not to go for it again. Learned my lesson. Not going to be an idiot twice. There we go. I'd play Astrobot if it had multiplayer. There is some free DLC on the way that's going to add speedrun challenges, similar to what Astro's Playroom had. That I'm very much looking forward to. Had some friendly competition with some mates on the original Playroom. Could see that little friendly rivalry coming back for the speedruns in the full game once they add them. I think it's just one of those things where, you know, most games make their money in the first 8 weeks, although 80% of sales were digital. They still want to try and just fight those trade-ins and pre-owned sales wherever they can by saying, hey, hold on to your game because you're going to get more stages and stuff to play. Which is smart, like I get it. And hell, I'll take more Astrobot content. Like, it was a very good length. Like, it is, people are like, oh, it's only about 10 hours to 100% and Platinum. Yeah, it is. But it's such a good 10 hours. Like, I would much rather have those 10 hours of pure quality than I would, you know, 100 hours of mindless, grindy dreck. Thinking about it, I don't know where a single big ring is in this act. I don't think I've ever gotten an emerald in Hydro City Act 1. And yes, I'm in the Hydro City camp. Hydrosity doesn't make... Oh, I can see one! Hello! How does one get down to... Oh, like that! Okay. Looks like, scratch what I said, we're getting an emerald here. Okay! That's, I think I've said this before on stream, or at least on my channel. One of the things I love about the Sonic games is I can come back to them still after 20, 25 years and still find shit that I did not know about. Case in point, we're seeing it live right now. As soon as I say, I don't know where the big rings are for this level, I find one. It's insane. And yes, I'm still going for that perfect bullshit. Small change, I'm pretty sure the original release of this on Mega Drive, the ring counter counted up rather than down, so you didn't really know how many rings there were or how close you were to doing it. Having the count down here certainly helps incentivize me to go for it, because I can see how close I am, and I can be like, oh, there's only 4 left. I've got to be able to do that. Yeah. Really small change, has a psychological impact on the player, and in my mind a positive outcome. It's the little things. Did you enjoy Super Mario Wonder? That's the last big platformer I can think of. I have yet to play Super Mario Wonder. I still haven't finished New Super Mario Bros. U, come to think of it. I'm also in the Hydro City camp. Good man, Kurilu. And Snake's just there to tease people and mess with them. That sounds about right for you, mate, to be honest. Just whatever makes me look like the contrarian on the day. Oh, and it's right before the boss as well. Okay. I am happy to have... Did I just get a hit on the mini-boss by doing that? What? I'm pretty sure I heard the hit sound effect while the mini-boss was off screen. We're going to have to count how many times I hit him now to see if that was the case or not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes! It did count that a hit off screen. That's brilliant. That's amazing. We've done it, boys! Alright, now I remember this next bit being one hell of a... Not even a difficulty spike, a wall, literally, of difficulty when I was younger. This goddamn section felt like it was asking so much so soon into the game. And yeah, there used to be a spring up there as well before you got the Ant Knuckles lock-on cart instead of an extra life, which would send you straight back. But yeah, easy now, sure, but God, my kid self, what was this, 1993, 1994? So I'd have only been about 4 or 5 years old. My kid self got stomped by that. I think my mum used to have to do that wall section for me. Yeah. Weirdly enough, she was like the gamer of the household originally. Like, my Master System was a hand-me-down from her. Likewise, my Atari 2600. I think the Mega Drive may have even been hers originally, but yeah. I inherited it all. She stopped playing altogether around the PlayStation era. Famously, she said, no, not famously, but famously within our family anyway, she said that she couldn't navigate a three-dimensional space. And we knew what she meant, but we were just like, well, good job your house is entirely two-dimensional, otherwise you'd be completely screwed. I'm probably missing Big Rings, because I don't know Hydro City's Big Rings that well, and yeah, feel free to scream at me for that being the case. Did you see the Mario movie in theatres? Yes, I did. No, I think the next film we'll see in theatres as well will unsurprisingly be Sonic 3. But we went to see Mario as a family, and that was really just a really good time. Just both the kids absolutely adored it. Yeah, we don't do stuff like that often enough. But then the cinema now, like, each ticket is more than the Blu-ray is gonna cost when it comes out, you know? So it's like, £13 a head now for 4 of us, which quickly adds up. You know, you're paying like bloody 52 quid just for your family to see a film. Or like $14.99 for the Blu-ray when it comes out in probably about 4 months. You know, it's really, really hard to justify it. And then you've got my autistic ass who struggles with, like, how many other people are there, how dark it is, how loud it is. Because the room's dark, the screen then seems that much brighter. There are now some, like, autism-friendly screenings where they keep the lights up and they don't put the volume as high and stuff, and that's really cool to see. That's nice and inclusive. I like that. And, no, it doesn't have to ruin anyone else's experience, because, you know, it's billed as an autism-friendly screening. If you don't want that, simply don't go to that one, you know. You've got 99% of the other screenings you can go to. Don't know why I'm on my horse saying that, but, you know, you get my meaning. But yeah, they're still a little too few and far between. And I find a lot of the time as well, like, these... Oh! I jumped there. I didn't expect that to be the last thing. I was expecting to have to do something else. Yeah, they always seem to put them on, like, during the day when I'm at work as well. They're like, oh, autistic people can't possibly have a job, so we'll make the only autism-friendly screening, like, 2 PM on a Wednesday. Like, gee, thanks. I'll be in the office. I remember James telling me he wound up at a screening with equalized sound and just having hearing problems. Yeah. Yeah, I think there are people who are either undiagnosed or otherwise neurodivergent, or who just, you know, personal preferences, don't think it needs to be that damn high, who also enjoy those screenings. Yeah, certainly there are, air quotes, normies who can benefit from it too. Absolutely. And hey, the more of you there are, the more ticket sales there are, which means the more of those screenings they then put on, so... Yeah, I'm fully on board with that. Suppose some people could, I could see how some people could get very gatekeepery about that. Anyway, Sonic. There we go. And spikes on the walls, those things that can crush you. I do think Hydro City is a little bit much, a little bit soon in quite a few regards. There are a few things with Hydro City where I just want to tell the level designers to fucking calm it down. Hang on, I completely screwed that up and it leads to a big ring, so I'm just redoing that. Ah, Streamer's Curse, that's what I'm putting that down to. Oh yeah, it would be the other side this time, wouldn't it? Cheers, mate. There, hopefully we can get our last emerald. Hey, here we are. Right, I'm going to concentrate on this one quite hard, because this one usually trips me up. So I might go quiet on reading chat for a second. I will catch up on chat, I promise. I think this is smart, though, how, like, it's half complete, and completing the other half gives you the rings. I think that's a nice little, just nod to the mechanics, and a nice little reward to the player for, I guess, paying attention and understanding the rules. It's just that nice little bit of escalation. I respect it. Also, it makes me feel good and smart and big brain when I when I do it, even though it's basic as all fucking hell. I think the others are around here. Nope. Okay. I do not know where I'm going in this stage. I always get lost in it. Doesn't matter how many times I do this level, how many times I play this game, I get completely fucking turned around here. Okay, so I need to be on the other side of that. Risk it. Yeah, there we go. That was a risk. Now, whether it pays off or not remains to be seen, but we took the risk. We took the fucking risk. That's one thing, actually. My wife's like, you should watch your language when you do these. Yeah. I'm a sweary boy, I know. Okay, do we want to try for it again? Hey! Flash, flash, flash. Oh, is that going to be all of the rings? Hell yes! Right. Now I just need to finish out the stage without doing anything stupid. So where are the remaining blue balls? There. Done it. Finish out the stage without doing anything stupid. Don't want to interfere with their big showings, that's why to do it. Right. Like an absolute boss, thank you. Never been to a... And I'm on the spectrum. Oh, okay. Oh, you're the same as me then, type 1. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I can understand they don't want to, like, take away ticket sales from prime time, but still, like, less than 20% of us, I think, actually, but 20% of us are employed. Like, 1 in 5 of us have jobs. Oh well. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Supersonic. We're in Hydro City and we have Supersonic. He wants to go fuck up Robotnik. Ah, man. Hello, Knuckles. Goodbye, Knuckles. Now, I do quite enjoy this boss, and I do like fighting him normally and fairly. I especially like if I have the bubble shield, because I can just bounce up to him. That said, I've earned this power-up, so let's just do this. Oh, come on! Come on! All my rings, bro. What I quite like doing is when he drops the mine, if you jump on the mine at the right time, you go flinging up into the air above him, and then you can just keep bouncing on top of him if you can keep the rhythm. I assume you didn't see Deadpool at theaters. No, I've seen Deadpool and Wolverine. That was, yeah, that is not at home yet, sadly, so kind of only had the one option. Only had the one option. Whee! Got to be demoralizing for Nux when he slapped the emeralds out of you 5 minutes ago. What have we been live for? Half an hour, probably 5 minutes of that was stream setup. So yeah, he's probably like knocked them out of me 25 minutes ago. And I'm just like, aha! Thanks for trying. See you next week. Oh, and there's another big ring. Yeah, Marble Garden is usually where I get my 7th Emerald, and it's not from that big ring usually. There's a different big ring I usually use. I'll point out the big ring I usually use when we get there, but yeah. There are definitely methods for watching Deadpool and Wolverine at home currently, yes. That goddamn sense of black and white justice, unfortunately. So, like, with video games, I will... Like, if you're not giving me a legal way to purchase it, then yes, I will, you know, pirate the shit out of that. Especially for, like, retro games where, like, Nintendo's like, oh, please don't emulate our games. It's theft, it's stealing, it's this, that, the other. I'm like, okay, give me a way to pay for them. And I will. And they just don't. Deadpool and Wolverine was one of 4 films I watched on National Cinema Day this year. Okay. I did not know National Cinema Day was a thing. You don't like piracy, have you been a victim of it? No. So, the only things I've really made that could be pirated were comic books. That, to be fair, weren't very good. But, if anything, the... Number 1, they only pirated issue 1. They didn't bother coming back to pirate issue 2, so that tells me everything I needed to know. That was great for my confidence. But also, like, they were people who were never gonna buy the book anyway. You know, it's not really a lost sale, as far as I see it. I don't know, I just like to, if I have the option to support the developers and publishers of a game, then I like to use that option. Probably like a really basic way of putting it, but yeah. If I can pay for it, if I can buy it firsthand, fine. Now what I don't count in that is, paying some reseller on eBay. I'm not going to pay someone £500 for a Panzer Dragoon Saga, I'm just going to shove that on the Satiator. Yes, exactly that. They didn't even scan the comic. They bought the digital edition, and then they put the digital edition online for free. Which, I guess works smarter, not harder, right? Yeah, I get the service problem thing. I kind of don't like when something is locked to a streaming service and you've only got the worst version of it. So, like, Friends, depending on which streaming service you use, you get either the TV broadcast or you get the DVD edit. And various people prefer one or the other for different reasons. And fine, whatever, have your preferences, But I think it's Buffy. You can only get that in streaming in a cropped 16:9 when the show was originally 4:3. And you lose so much detail. And there's stuff that's important to the shot composition and the scene which you just can't see in a new version. And that's a situation where I'm like, you know what, yeah, if the only way you can still see that the way it was intended by the people who made it is to pirate the original 4:3 version, then go ahead. Full blessing on that. Yeah, you do what you gotta do. Yeah. This is the big ring I usually use for my 7th Emerald. That one right there that we just went through. Speaking of, just before I get absolutely mullered by something. I'm gonna have needed that, aren't I? Yep. Joy. Right, come on, Sonic. Let's go. There we are. Is this an area? No, it's not. Okay. I always forget about the bigger jump height with Super. Tried to get games movies for free, spent like an hour messing around. Then given up. Yeah, sometimes it is more hassle than it's worth. Man, there's all types out there. Some Aliens 4K upscales were done by AI and look like garbage. Yeah, this is something I'm seeing a lot as well, like denoising on the Terminator movies, making Arnie look like a goddamn wax model. And it's like, grain is not a bad thing. Grain is part of the original image. It's part of the aesthetic. It is inherently part of the movie. I don't understand this obsessive need to denoise everything. The most hilarious one probably being the Dragon Ball Blu-ray box sets, which I do have. I own those, they're behind me. But people complained, obviously, about the Orange Bricks sets and how everything got blurred back to hell, and how they should have used the Dragon Box scans, which themselves aren't perfect, by the way. So hilariously, when they then did these Blu-ray sets, yes, they didn't denoise it anywhere near as much, so they retained more of the original image. Yes, they kept it in its original 4:3 instead of cropping it to 16:9. That's good stuff. But then they added a fake noise over the top. Like, it's not the original Dust and Scratches, it is just like this, 5-second loop of pre-generated noise that is just overlaid on top as an additional video layer. And it looks like garbage. Like, there's no way anyone could look at that and be like, oh yeah, that's convincing. It just makes me laugh. Like, it doesn't ruin the viewing experience for me, it's fine, but my word, what were they thinking with it? This is quite a clever boss as well. I liked it. This is quite a novel one. I mean, it's over quite quickly, but it's novel. Have you seen Totally Not Mark's video about... Yes. Yes, Totally Not Mark has a fantastic channel. Yes, the French release of Dragon Ball is supposed to be very good. Yeah, so Snake, I saw something about that on... so it's John Cartwright, who's with Good Vibes Gaming now, was talking about how everyone uses the GameCube versions of games to record footage and do their reviews. But when you think about it, because of the physically smaller disc and less space on that smaller disc, a lot of those games were compressed or had changes made to them to fit on that disc, right? And yeah, we know the PS2 ports were the best selling, but also the worst. So he made the case that we should be using the Xbox versions, because a lot of the time, that's the only way you're getting 480p in PAL territories. You don't have the compression that the GameCube versions often had, and you're sort of getting the best of all worlds on what was one of the more powerful machines of that generation. So he made the argument that, usually the Xbox version looks and runs better than even the GameCube version, and yet we've all seemed to have decided, yeah, let's base all of our footage and all of our reviews on those GameCube versions. And he was talking about how, it just makes no sense, and it wasn't until I was listening to his video that I was like, he's kind of got a point. Dude's right. And I'll tell you what, Xbox versions tend to be pretty cheap to pick up compared to the others as well. Oh, I do not know Sonic 3 as well as I know Sonic 2. Where has this farted me out? One sec, okay, I'm back on my main route. I know where I am now. It's the other thing that can still happen to you after nearly 30 years of Sonic, is you end up on a route that you don't recognize. I mean games like Silent Hill 2 getting re-released on PS3. Comic Sans. But yes, some of the PS3 air quotes remasters are awful. As much as I love that... I wasn't thinking there at all. As much as I love the original Ratchet and Clank trilogy, that HD collection is not a good representation. And it's really unfortunate too, because they're so close to being like the way to play those games, and it's just, no. Just falls that little bit short, and it's kind of heartbreaking to see. It's like, you were so close! Oh, we don't have Supersonic for this. Not that he'd have helped us anyway with how this boss works. I always thought this boss looked quite rude. This is quite a phallic-looking boss to me. Oh! See, look at that. That's a phallus. You can't tell me that's anything other than a massive metal dick. I guess that's my my AVGN moment for the day. Oh, it's a big penis. Although that was more like pissed off hardcore angry gamer or game dude in that particular line. Tales of Symphonia is not as good as the original GameCube release. Yeah, so this keeps happening weirdly with that game as well. So Tales of Symphonia GameCube is the only 60 FPS version of that game. The PS3 version was 30. The PS4, Switch, etc. version that's recently come out is 30. Yeah, just half the frame rate on all of the re-releases. Oh, let's hear the Silent Hill trivia. Yes, I want to hear the Silent Hill trivia. Takes me back to, I used to spend a lot of time with a YouTuber called Ace Salieri who did a series called Reviewing the Reviewer. And it was all game dude, piss off hardcore angry gamer, etc. And he would just basically parody and rip their reviews to shit. It was like a different era, probably not in the best taste looking back now, but it's fucking funny at the time. But they're still funny now, let's be fair. No idea how Eric's doing these days. And then I'm generally terrible at keeping in contact with people. It's something I'm really bad at. I'm quite an introvert, and yeah, I just... Like, would it kill you to call people every once in a while, Sam, you know? There we go. Hey! Nope. There we go. I'm not going to drop down there for the big ring, because we have all of our emeralds, and I don't want to repeat half the level so far to get back up here. Oh, fair. It'd help if I was competent, wouldn't it? I do like the little upgrades this makes, so, like, the rotation here is much smoother than it ever was on the Mega Drive. Come on! How many times could that really happen to me? God damn, this is stream curse right here, people. There we go. Oh, man. But yeah, I do kind of miss the era of YouTube where you had, like, reaction videos and people would run, like, reviewer contests and you had to submit your review as a video response. That was the name of it. Video response to the original video. And that would automatically create a playlist. Like, man, video responses need to come back. Like, if I could get YouTube to bring back one thing, video responses, please. I wonder what happened to those playlists, actually, when they removed the feature. Yeah. Oh, cripes, I'm not keeping an eye on chat, am I? Right, what do we got? You just pause a second, see. It used old code, yeah, it was an incomplete build. I didn't know how to change it. Don't think I'd ever watch videos that were calling the Irate Gamer shit these days. A lot of people made money making fun of him, yeah. I watched that shit in like 2010, 2011. Random DCE. I don't remember Random DCE. I know he was in like the same circle as a guy called Razor Fist, which is a very early YouTube username. But yeah. I used to watch a lot of like my favorite YouTube channel, which I think is still underrated now, even though it's no longer going, was Clan of the Grey Wolf. Particularly, they had 16-bit gems hosted by a guy called Rue. And it was so well made for its time. Like, I think it holds up now. But yeah, I hope Rue from Clan of the Grey Wolf is doing well. His stuff was amazing. It was sort of like, that was the... Back then, well, even still to a degree now, that's sort of the kind of YouTuber I aspired to be, as pretentious and arrogant and arsey as that sounds. But yeah, I thought really highly of Rue's stuff. Rue was great. We needed more Rues. Nope, there we go. Hey! Oh, can we get the damn lights back on, please? I didn't realize just how hard it is to see. Hey. That's one. That's two. And I forget if there's actually anything in here. Yes, there is a little shortcut if you can get up there. So that was worth doing. But yeah, I still think Origins as a collection is better than people give it credit for. Like, is it perfect? God, no. There are a lot of things it gets wrong, but is it really that egregious either? Also, no. Like, I think it's about as good as we could have hoped for. So I wanted a shield, and it's taken me to this. I did not want Casino Night, combined with fucking Sonic 1 special stages. God, no. Get me out of here. That is hell. Oh no, Razorfist got political? Yeah, something tells me he would not be a left-wing liberal. I assume he would have diametrically opposed political views to myself. I don't think we would agree on anything in that realm. Oh, you got into YouTube due to Something Awful's Let's Plays. I did not know that. I mean, it makes sense when you say it, but yeah, I did not know that. Yeah, I think that is part of it. People do like to sensationalize and clickbait anything Sonic because the views. And let's be fair, the fan base, we don't do ourselves any favors. We do bite very, very easily. It's not hard to get a reaction out of Sonic fans. I'll be the first to admit that. And yeah, it's like first thing you learn about bullies in school, right? The more you bite, the more of a reaction you give them, the more satisfaction you give them, and the more they're going to do it. Sonic fans on the internet. Talking politics used to get you views, now it gets you banned. Fair. I mean, I'm happy just talking video games, personally. Whee. Sorry, I'm using a fair bit of supersonic cheese, I don't mean to. We be testy, we do. Oh, went too far. Sorry, I was reading chat and just ran straight off the edge. We talked about Silent Hill earlier. Silent Hill 2 and MGS3 remakes. Yeah, so Metal Gear Solid 3, I'm liking what I'm seeing from Delta. Especially, there was an article on, I think, Eurogamer, where they interviewed the developers and they said, we would rather be too faithful than not faithful enough. I'm like, okay, that sounds weirdly respectful for Konami. Especially given how things allegedly ended between them and... Well, I say allegedly, basically confirmed to have ended between them and Kojima. Why can't I pronounce his name? There's no N in there. Kojima. Jesus, I've had half a pint and I can't pronounce a name. That's bad. Words, Sam. You were doing them fine a moment ago. But the Silent Hill remake, I do worry about. Just because I see, like, you know, the camera angles have changed and the core gameplay mechanics have changed. And I'm like, this is not a remake like Metal Gear Solid Delta or the Tomb Raider 1-3 trilogy. This is a reimagining like Resident Evil 2 and 3. And funnily enough, Resident Evil 2 and 3 proved how well and how badly that can go. So I'm kind of nervous about the Silent Hill 2 remake. That said, not a franchise I have too much attachment to. As I think there was this weird thing where, like, kind of like Coke and Pepsi, or Nintendo and Sega, like, I kind of feel like you played Silent Hill or you played Resident Evil. I didn't know many people that played both. Or at least, you know, when you're at school and you've got limited funds for games and stuff, right? So I was a Resident Evil kid. Likewise, I feel like you either played Metal Gear Solid, right, or you played Splinter Cell. Again, I encountered very few people my age back in the day who could afford to play both. So you kind of had to pick. Oh. There we go. This is one of the zones of new music that people really complained about. And yeah, like the original Ice Cap, you know, based on Hard Times, is amazing. Alright, I'm not going to deny that. Just like, it is. It's fantastic. And it's a huge shame that we can't listen to it in this version. Okay? Cool. We're agreed. But I don't hate the new music that replaces it. I'm actually going to go out on a limb here and say that Carnival Night, I prefer the new Carnival Night music over that original clowny bullshit. God, I don't know what they were going for with the original Carnival Night theme. I know I hated it. And I will take the replacement version in this as an improvement. Ice Cap, it is a downgrade from the original. Sure. I'll agree that. I don't hate it. I think it's still a bop. Oh, hey, Aiden. One I can't wait for is Croc. Okay. I'm worried about the Croc remaster because I don't think they're doing enough. It looks a little too basic. Like, it looks a little too close to what I could probably achieve by putting on a higher internal render resolution and a texture filter in an emulator. So yeah, I don't see that enough has been done to it to entice old fans back or to draw new fans in. Outside of getting rid of the tank controls, or at least giving you options other than the tank controls. And I think there they'll find the same issue that the Tomb Raider Trilogy remaster had, and that people still just use the tank controls anyway, because, damn it, the game was designed around the tank controls, and modern control schemes just kind of don't work for that game. Oh, Gripes, there's a lot of... We've got a lot of chat today. I'm actually quite grateful for all of the... A lot of people are talking. Amazing. I'm not keeping up with everything. I guess Croc isn't on modern platforms. No, and that'll be the one advantage, right? That you can get it on the machine you have now. You don't have to dig out your Sega Saturn or your PS1. And you know what? Cool. That will probably be enough for some people. I just want to go back and play this game. I have my Saturn and my PS1 set up. I still have my Saturn and PS1 discs, because of course I bloody double-dipped on that game. So I'm just kind of like, for me to bite, they need to give me something a bit more. We love a good Madnik bounce, yes. I don't know the first thing about Siphon Filter. Yeah, similar. I remember seeing all of like the magazine previews. I'm pretty sure I had a demo of the first level of Siphon Filter 1. I've been wanting to check it out, especially since we had the PlayStation Plus Classics collection, which has now put, I think, pretty much the entire Siphon Filter series on there. And like, I'm subscribed to it anyway, so like, I may as well, right? But yeah, and I know Days Gone is apparently a pseudo-sequel to it. Or at least takes place in the same universe, which is interesting, to say the least. Kind of implies that the Siphon Filter team failed, and one of the viruses they were trying to stop actually got out into the world. Yeah. But yeah, certainly on the list at some point. A recommendation for you, actually, Snake, knowing your tastes, especially for PS1. There is a game called Chase the Express, at least here. It's called Nuclear Dawn, I believe, in the US. Basically, Resident Evil cross Metal Gear Solid on a train. And it's as cool as that sounds. I keep meaning to do a proper video on it. Have not got around to making that video yet, but yeah, that's in my pipeline. It's just like one of those games where I was like, Snake would like this. I think he would jive with this. Over my holiday, Resident Evil 4 VR. Oh, yes. I am debating, because like I enjoyed a PlayStation VR. I've played quite a lot of what's on it. And I was like, do I get the PSVR 2 for the PS5? It's just not got the support for software. And then I'm like, okay, do I maybe look at a Meta Quest? Jury's still out, I haven't made a decision, but definitely interested. And if I did get the Meta Quest, it's weird that there's sort of like two different versions of Resident Evil 4 VR. Because the original game's VR remake is exclusive to the Quest, as I understand it. But then the Resident Evil 4 reimagining, that's on PS5, Xbox Series X, etc., the VR mode for that is exclusive to the PSVR 2, at least right now. Likewise for Resident Evil Village. It's like there are two different Resident Evil 4s that you can play in VR. That just strikes me as weird. That we kind of allowed that to happen. I don't know. Sometimes I think, like, I'm the only one bothered by those kind of things, and then I come onto the internet and I'm like, oh, no, it's not just me. It's fine. You've just looked it up. I'm gonna have to crack out Duxation, yes. Sounds like Aiden's considering it too. The ability to move and shoot hurts the rhythm. Yeah, I can see that. No one wants to buy VR. I don't believe it has any games. Yeah. Yes, so according to the Sonic history book that I have on the shelf behind me, it's due to a McDonald's commercial. Like, they had agreed a toy tie-in with McDonald's for the February, and it had to come out in February, so they cut the game in two. And then it didn't come out until the following month in Japan, because they were hoping they could still get the full game out as intended for Japan. So that's why they got it a little bit later than us for a change. The various Resident Evil games are exclusive to different headsets. Okay. Yeah, that's the annoying thing, because I've played Blood and Truth on PlayStation VR. I've played Crisis VR Arcade, Mortal Blitz, and it feels like whenever I'm like, ah, man, why do games like Time Crisis and House of the Dead not get made anymore? Where's my light gun shooters? They do still get made. They're just in VR now. That's what I learned from the PlayStation VR. And I would like to get a more... Let's be kind to the PlayStation VR. Let's say a more capable headset. But I don't think the PlayStation VR 2 is the move. I was tempted when they announced that there would be the PC adapter, but then I saw the hilarious video by Ian... What's his surname? Ian's VR Corner for Eurogamer. I can't remember the guy's surname right now. He does say it every video as well. Where he has a mental breakdown just trying to get his PC to recognize the PSVR 2, even using the official kit. And I was immediately like, nope. I no longer need a PSVR 2. That looks horrendous. I did find it amusing, the advertising for that PC adapter. The monitor is displaying Half-Life Alyx. And I'm like, yeah, Sony know exactly the one VR game people want to play that they can't play on PS5, you know? Whoa, that's not how that spring's supposed to work. Hello? What the fuck happened there? What was that about? Thank you. Oh, are we going to get my favorite one? Yes! A lot of people say they hate this. I love this minigame. This is top tier. I wish this was a special stage. Like, this is how I'd prefer to get my emeralds. And I know that's an unpopular opinion. I'm probably going to get rinsed for saying that, but I just, yeah. Once you get the hang of it, it feels so good to just fling Sonic around these massive balls. Gotta be careful how I say that, actually, come to think. Whee! There we go. And we're out. Oh, hang on. There's a lot in here. VR Evangelist, I can't recommend it unless you have money to spend on an absurd luxury product. 2-hour video on Origins, game breaking. Yeah, it's a great minigame. Half-Life Alyx. Yeah, no, I want to play that. Like, everything I've seen of it just looks great. Plus, it's more Half-Life. Like, who doesn't want more Half-Life? Yeah, admittedly, I was like, that's more than I can read while running around as a hedgehog. Let me just pause a sec. Love to see it, though. Absolutely love to see it. But yeah, weirdly, we're nearly done with the Sonic 3 portion of this, which has gone absurdly faster than I thought. We've been live, what, just over an hour? And we're in Launch Base Act 2 with all emeralds? Like, what? That's pretty good going. I think that's a decent... It's certainly faster than I thought it'd be. I was thinking, right, Sonic 1 CD and 2 would be about 3 hours, and then, oh, Sonic 3 and Knuckles with all 14 emeralds, that's probably going to be another 3 hours, so that seems like a good way to split it. We might actually be done with S3 and K in 2.5, if we keep up the pace we've got. Which, not bad. I didn't know you still streamed. I didn't for a very long time. I got the itch a week ago, and did a Sunday night stream, and that went well, and I had a good time. So I thought, fuck it, we'll do another one. Oh, the British Gaming Podcast. Yes, it was me, my best friend Richie, and our good buddy Terry. That was fun. Admittedly, it caused some arguments and some upset behind the scenes. I think that's because I got a bit egotistical. Like, yeah, not my best self. I can admit that. So, yeah, I think it came to an end for the right reasons, but it was fun while it lasted, for sure. How did the fire shield not get extinguished, right? You're going through a pipe full of water. But yeah, I do love how much you can just completely abuse the bosses in this game. They can all become jokes. But I wouldn't change a thing about that. It's one of the reasons I love the game. But yeah, so... last week I was like, I'm going to stream just for shits and giggles and see how it goes, and that was fun. I had a good time. Made sense to come back this week to do the rest of Sonic Origins story mode. And yeah, I think it helps that YouTube now puts all of your live streams separately, so it doesn't like flood the channel with a bunch of live streamed sessions, so that people can still easily find like your air quotes proper reviews. I'm just gonna cheese this with Super. There we go. Now we get my legitimate favourite fight in the game, the Big Arm. And I'm so glad that they made sure that this was still in here, because if you played the lock-on cartridge, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, it skips this fight. You only got this fight in the base Sonic 3 standalone. So I cheered when this fight started in this version of the game, because I was just like, yes, I have missed you, Big Arm. Come and embrace me. such a good design for a Sonic boss as well, because you got to be at exactly the right height to not get grabbed, but to also not go into the spikes. There we go. Oh, I got grabbed. So as Super, you can be a bit cheeky and hit him while he's up there. Like that. Which I guess you could do as normal Sonic with a lightning shield, come to think. Although you'd need some luck with a star post, I think, to bring a lightning shield into this fight. It was a while ago, yeah. I enjoyed doing the Sonic races with Terry. Those are really fun. I'd like to do those again, where we race through like all the classics and then race through Sonic's story and adventure. Those are a really good time. So they've added some animation to this. That Robotnik flyaway and the little turn that Sonic and Tails do is new. And again, not enough people give Origins credit for adding that in. It was a really nice little touch. I didn't have to do it. That I like as well, implementing the Sonic & Knuckles title screen to sort of bridge that. Never caught any of the gameplay streams. I think they are still archived on the British Gaming Podcast channel. You should be able to find them. But yeah, I think it's called British Gaming Blog Race, or BGB Race. Should be able to find them under that. They had some more animation here as well. So Sonic facing forwards here is new in Origins. And then likewise, him actually looking at each emerald as it goes into place, also new. Again, just nice little touches, they didn't have to do it. With these, I'm not confident enough to perfect all of them. I know I did perfects for the Chaos Emeralds. I ain't doing that for the Super Emeralds. Ain't no way, ain't no how. Just, I have neither the confidence nor the skill to do that. I might get a couple of accidental ones, but I'm not gonna... I certainly am not aiming for it, put it that way. Oh, this is another one where I can easily get lost and confused, so please do bear with. This is one of those stages I often end up just running around it in circles at the end, like, where is the last ring I need? Just, it's gotta be here somewhere. Oh, there's some more. I'll take those, thank you very much. Right, there's 16 left, so... Oh, that's a lot of bouncing around. Okay, how badly have I screwed myself? Pretty badly. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the majority of the 16. If not all of the 16. Yep, I cannot perfect that. Oh well. This is the first time I'm seeing you play a game live. There was a period where I was doing some live streams over on Twitch, because again, that wouldn't then clog my uploads and my channel over on YouTube. That was semi-infrequent. I did that for a little while, but yeah. I don't think you missed much, put it that way. Yeah, it is crazy to think it's been that long, though. That's a little bit scary. Right. So now we enter the Sam does not know where all the big rings are section of the stream, where Sam gets very nervous and doesn't always know where to go. Well, that was fun. Sam knows he wants the emeralds back. He just doesn't know how to get them all. Prepare to just scream at your screen as I walk by big rings that are right there and miss a ton of emerald opportunities and look like a big old doofus. I don't know why, but something's telling me I can get one down here? Nope! That was wrong. Oh well. Ah, man. You keep changing your name on YouTube, so when you upload, I'm like, who is this? That is entirely fair. That's entirely fair. So, Afro Blue was when my hair was much bigger and curlier, and my uni housemates felt I had a fro. It was also when, so they were Coffee Kid and Red Dragon, written, of course, in Leet Speak, right? And that was their Xbox usernames. So to sort of go along with that, I was then Afro Blue in Leet Speak. So I had the colour and all of that. So there must be a ring in there, surely. There is, I can see it. Do I get in through here? Do I come in the back? Alright, no jokes about that. But we've found one. That's the bit I'm happy about, we've found one. But yeah, so I went from Afro Blue, which was just my Xbox Live tag at the time, to... Can't remember what my second username was now. And then I went to Webster just because, like, it's my name. And I'm kind of lazy, so having just my name kind of suited me. The only problem I've got now, though, is that, like, my name is not particularly SEO friendly. And, like, when you're trying to recommend a channel to someone, like, oh yeah, you should watch Webster, you get so many results for Webster. It's fair enough, people go, who the bloody hell is that? So people always have to be like, try searching Webster Sonic 2 or Webster Tomb Raider and you'll find him. And it's like, if I were to be more, air quotes, serious about this whole YouTube thing, I would probably be looking to change the username again. Yeah, Webster has no Google juice. I think that's a good way of putting it. It has absolutely no Google juice. Yes, that was it. So I did use SJ Webster for a while, and that was just my first two initials of my surname, because again, I'm lazy and unimaginative. Then Social Justice Warrior ended up being a thing all over Twitter and socials. So people saw SJ Webster and they immediately associated me with social justice, which, I mean, to be fair, I agree with a lot of the things they're trying to achieve and a lot of the things they want. I would not describe myself as a social justice warrior, though. So that was, again, problematic. So I did lose the SJ part from that. I just got tired of explaining, no, those are just my initials. But yeah. The fun world of finding yourself a handle. It's not pretty. I still say the best handle on the internet, the one that, like, if there's one YouTube name where I'm legitimately jealous I didn't think of it first, Game Apologist. Nick absolutely fucking nailed it with Game Apologist. Like, that is a name, you know? You're pure SJW, yeah, probably. It is not James, no. God damn it, Knuckles! You and your ineffective traps that barely inconvenience me. There's a YouTuber who retired, and I'm sad because they had a perfect... The Unituber. What did they cover? I'm trying to think what kind of content that screams. I've gotten myself completely lost because I decided to slow down and see if there might be an emerald somewhere, and I've ended up on a route that I do not use very often and am not very familiar with. This is what happens when I go for emeralds! Darn it. Is there one in here? No. It looked like a suspicious wall, okay. There's one. That was too obviously one. Who put springs in the middle of a forest? Oh, games and culture. Okay. I mean, to be fair, I think that's like 90% of YouTube, so I probably could have, if I'd have spent 5 minutes thinking about it. Right? So I think I like my little corner I've carved out. It's quiet, but it's full of good people who do tend to be quite loyal. Like you said, Not a Giraffe, you've been watching stuff for over 5 years now, which is insane, and thank you, genuinely. And it's, you know, led me to meet good people, so it's... I also don't have to worry about any goddamn controversies. A, there's nothing to find, but B, even if there were and people did, people would be like, who the hell's that? Why do we care? It's kind of a nice position to be in. It also means that, like, I don't have to worry about an upload schedule, or sticking to particular topics, or, like, SEO or any of that, which is nice. Cover the stuff I want, when I want to cover it. Will you be reviewing and streaming the new Generations re-release? I don't know. I don't like streaming my first playthroughs of anything, partly because those are for me. I like to enjoy that privately. Reviewing it is interesting, because obviously I've done most of the Sonic games anyway. And I do like Generations. I think I know Generations well enough that I could do a half-decent comparison to the original release. I can see merit and value in me doing it. It probably doesn't answer your question, but I'm open to it. Yeah. Whether I do it anywhere near launch, that relies on me being like on top of things and punctual and productive, which are not words I would use to describe myself, especially not on YouTube. So yeah, I think it's probably an inevitability that there will be some kind of Generations remaster coverage on the channel. I do have half a script written for Astrobot, just because I didn't plan to cover Astrobot, but then I played the game and I was recording the footage sort of just in case. And that game made me feel things, and it gave me things I wanted to say, so now I'm writing those things out in long form in a script to then make a video. Which means that poor Tomb Raider 2, which has had the footage recorded for like 4 months now at least, and a script written for probably 3 of those months, continues to get pushed to one side to be like, ah no, it's that meme, you know, the guy with his girlfriend and he looks at another woman. The girlfriend getting ignored is Tomb Raider 2. Absolutely. Webster D. Sam. What, like Monkey D. Luffy? Like a One Piece kind of name? That could kind of work, I guess. We're workshopping now, that's what this stream is. We are workshopping new names. Because we seem to be in agreement that the current one sucks. But no, in all seriousness, there's enough going on in real life at the moment that I'm glad that YouTube is in that sort of hobbyist area where I don't have to worry about how much money it makes or how many clicks are coming through or anything like that, because if anything, YouTube is the escape from all the other stuff at the moment. That's the sad truth of it. This is another underrated boss, in my opinion. I really enjoy this boss. Like, it's so simple, but it's just pure platforming. And the faux 3D, you know, still holds up, as far as I'm concerned. That was quite an impressive little effect then. I think it still holds up now. It is just parallax scrolling, I know that, but god damn, it's so well done. Oh yeah, I guess I do use Sonic's palette for that emerald. I hadn't really given it conscious thought before. I'm going to be unpopular now and say this is one of my least favourite zones in Sonic 3 and Knuckles coming up right now. Flying Battery. Just not a fan. I don't know if it's like PTSD from Wing Fortress in Sonic 2. Whether it's all of the bottomless pits just over a never-ending sky. Whether it's the really weird, like, electrical upside-down sections. It's just not... It's never been a favourite of mine. And it is sort of... When I play Sonic Mania, especially, Wing Fortress, Flying Battery is where I am most likely to put that game down and just stop a playthrough. I very rarely... I don't know, I loved Sonic Mania when it came out, but I find it much harder to binge in a single session like I do with the other classic Sonics. Well, bar CD. CD's another one I don't really return to that often. But even then, when I do play CD, doing it in one session is fine. Mania... I don't know. I think it's because a lot of the content is repeated from stuff I've played before. But that... Yeah, Mania is always a tricky one to actually go all the way through at any one time, you know? And when I do stop, it is... 9 times out of 10, it's Flying Battery I'm stopping at. Thankfully, this is not Mania's Flying Battery, this is Sonic 3 and Knuckles' Flying Battery. And while it is probably still the weakest zone here, in my opinion, which isn't worth much, also unpopular opinion, Sonic and Knuckles is the weaker half of this duology. Yeah. Yeah, I said it. Sorry, just waiting for this to go up again. There we go. Now, if we wait long enough, we should get... Okay, no. Tails, just fly me up there instead. The little platform's not going to appear. Okay, that's... You're done, Tails. You did your job. Thank you. Wow. Oh, dear. I'll just try that again. There we go. Lost my trail of thought now. Yeah, Sonic and Knuckles, I think, is... In terms of the plot and the story, like, everything happens in Sonic and Knuckles, fine. Sky Sanctuary, amazing. Absolutely love Sky Sanctuary. Fine. Everything else about Sonic and Knuckles, I just think is weaker than Sonic 3. Flying Battery, Sandopolis. I guess Lava Reef's okay, but the Death Egg, ugh. Hidden Palace is really short. You know, it's nice to fight Knuckles, but it's over so quickly. So yeah, I think there's a lot of things that could have been much better in Sonic and Knuckles, and I think Sonic 3 is just more consistent, and I generally have a better time with Sonic 3. It's fine, I'm a Sonic 1 guy, I'm not allowed opinions. I mean, yeah, you're not. That's abhorrent. Get back in your box. Jesus. I didn't think people like you existed, but you've proven me wrong. And to be fair, Sonic 1 ranks pretty well. I'm not going to say highly, because that would be a lie, but I put Sonic 1 above Sonic CD, which apparently is an unpopular opinion. But I prefer Sonic 1 to Sonic CD. Don't know what else to tell you. Well, other than exactly what I just told you. But... oh, fuck. I've really screwed myself, haven't I? Fuck! There it is. Thank you, coin system. My word. Okay. Let's try not to be stupid this time. Let's try to actually do this. Oh dear, we've got 259 tries at this if we need them. I hope we don't, but this is a Sonic & Knuckles special stage, and I'm not as familiar with or as good at these as I am the Sonic 3 ones, as you've seen throughout this stream, but still, I'll do my best. Promise. I swear I'm good at these games, really. Cough, cough. Okay, so I've already done those bits, so I don't need to visit there anymore. I do need to go this way, though. Yes! I thought that might be the case. Right. I'm not going for perfects. I don't care about perfects. I'm not going for all the rings. And then I do bullshit like this. Honestly, I suck. I'm so inconsistent. Just, no one should listen to me. That's what I'm learning. No one should listen to me, because I'm full of shit. Oh no, that leaves one blue spear. Somewhere. Where? There. Thank you. We're done. We got it. We got the second attempt, but we got the perfect, people. We did it. We did it. Well, I will say, Snake, is at least you recognise your opinion for what it is. An opinion. And yes, you have justifications for that opinion. You can talk at length about why that is your opinion. You do that very successfully. I love your videos. But you still recognise that at the end of the day, it is just an opinion that people can disagree with. A lot of people get very hung up on, no, I'm right, and my opinion is the only truth. And it's like, get over yourself. And thank you. I was quite pleased at getting that one done. Alright, now we climb back out of here. Literally the only reason to fall down there and fail is to get to another quite inventive boss, actually. I mean, yeah, it's kind of basic once you know what to do, but I like that it just does something different. Like, that's good enough for me. There we go. Hey. But yeah, for anyone here who's not familiar with Snake or his channel, definitely watch his Playing Sonic Wrong videos, and watch all of his Yakuza videos. Yeah, puts out some really, really solid stuff. Oh, and of course catch his streams over on that Twitch. He does a lot of obscure games, or games that you'd find in bargain bins, or games that you may not have tried. And he finds so much interesting, janky stuff. It's brilliant. Oh no! There we go. That's what I get for multitasking. Oh dear. We've got these bloody elevators in this act, and I hate them. I hate those elevators. And they're everywhere in this act as well. Here we go. Bottomless pits over nothing. Yay! There we go. We're back inside. We're safe. I think Mania literally combines this with Wing Fortress, because that's kind of Mania's thing, right? They take one level and then they mix it with elements of another level for its Act 2. And it is Wing Fortress stuff that they borrow to combine with Flying Battery, and I'm like, oh, both of my nightmares. Thank you. Editing the conclusion of playing Adventure wrong. Yes! Looking forward to it. So I would probably say Sonic 2 is my all-time favourite Sonic game. Right, that's the #1 spot easily. Surprising absolutely nobody. Sonic Adventure 1, especially the Dreamcast version, that gets second place. That is my second favourite Sonic game. So, yeah, I'm really excited to see how you found it. And how you were able to break it. Because that's quite a broken game too. Especially when you get into the ports that are like a photocopy of a photocopy of a photocopy. Like, my word, they did that game dirty. Come on, drop down. There we go. Don't know why I wanted to leave that safely, in air quotes. Oh, but then I'll do bullshit like that. And nearly get crushed. Come on. Flying Battery, you outstay your welcome every single time. Hey, there we go. Yep, far end. There we are. Yeah, I've been trying to think who else has just really good internet handles and YouTube names. I'm just like, God, I wish I'd have thought of that. Mentioned earlier, obviously, Gameapologist is the first one that comes to mind. I think that's just genius. Oh, yeah, I don't have Super yet. I just sat there trying to go Super and failing. Like, why is this not working? That's because we converted the emeralds to Super Emeralds and we're not done collecting those Super Emeralds yet. I do have a brain, I promise. It's just, I have completely missed a section that would usually give me an easy emerald. I'm kind of annoyed that I missed it. Because now I'm going to have to look even harder in Sandopolis. So there's one, usually I go up an area in Act 2 through those little, like, platforms that appear out the sides. And then there's a set of spikes that you have to push. And then you drop down where the spikes were. And that gives you a big ring. And you can get an emerald. And it's one of the ones I usually grab. So I'm kind of annoyed that I've missed it on this run. Ah, well. I'm sure we'll have chances to get emeralds, and it'll be fine. I could have been that much closer. Just that little bit nearer the goal. Ah, well, we'll be fine. We'll just go up, teach Robotnik a lesson. Good. Geek Critique is solid. Yeah, that's a decent name, to be fair. Sort of adjacent to Geek Critique, sort of see them as being in the same, air quotes, family of YouTubers. Or the same circle, at least. Jay's Reviews, when he started doing his weekly uploads, I thought, this is going to cause burnout, or this is going to come at the cost of quality, or, you know, he'll have to stop doing this for all of the reasons people don't do weekly uploads on gaming channels, right? And fair play to him, actually, everything stayed pretty solid. Like, the quality was there still, it was consistent, and yeah, hats off to him. I could not put in the work that he's been putting in. Yeah. Hey. That went alright. That was a fairly straightforward boss fight. We'll save the world and teach that Eggman a lesson. Hell yes, we will. Right, now I've really got to think about where the big rings are here, because once we get into Lava Reef, it starts getting, for me at least, a little too late, because that's the point where I don't really know where the big rings are, and that's kind of when I'm in trouble. So I think I remember there being one here. Yes! Okay. So we found one. We found one. So we've got one. No, I did not! Oh! I left. I got in there and I left. I was trying to count how many more I had to go. So I was like, okay, there's one I need on this side. And I was going to see if there was one I needed on the other side. And I just left the whole thing. Oh no! That is genuinely bad. We might end up being an emerald short, guys, because I'm that dumb and I did that. And what if I go further up? I can't. Okay. I'm gonna panic now because I really don't know where big rings are, and I think I need 2 more. So usually, like worst case scenario, I get my final emerald from that big ring we just accidentally exited out of. So your boy's in trouble. Worst case scenario, we do the old Mushroom Hill revisit exploit, and we get Doomsday Zone that way. Is there anywhere else I can get one? Oops. Oh, Omelette, yes, from Mania. Once you had the that version of the Flying Battery boss, which is, oh boy, quite an annoying boss fight. Like, not a fan of that boss fight. Ah, just please let there be a big ring somewhere that I have stupidly missed. Not so supersonic. Dumb Sonic. Yeah. I'm an idiot. I've got no excuse for that. Why is that in the game, though? Like, who would ever get to there and be like, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna leave. Let me try something. Fuck! It's not what I wanted to do. That's what I was going for. Right. Drop me here. Take a little breather. Bring me up here. Don't know if you can make it, actually. Can you get me back up here? Good, Tails. Well done. Yes. Up again, please. Okay. Let's see if there's one here. Hello, yes. That is, that's one hell of a username, actually. Just, yes. Surprised that wasn't taken, actually. Ah, that's the Knuckles only route. Okay. What's this about? So I'm now just exploring Sandopolis, hoping for a big ring somewhere. Although something tells me I'm now exploring Knuckles only routes that I have no business being in, so... Tails, put me down. Thank you. God damn it. Plus, we've been in this stage for 4 goddamn minutes. That's 4 minutes too many for a Sandopolis level, thank you. Oh. Oh, that's beautiful. My word. That's really thrown me. Because I'm genuinely like, I don't... There's a big ring up there, but how do I get to it? Presumably from the other side of here. Where did Tails go? Just like despawn Tails for reasons. Okay, let's see what goodies we can get from in here. We'll see if we can get Tails to fly us up to that ring and make up for the one I missed. Like an idiot. And then we'll go from there. There we go. 1, 2. Yes. Just a little bit higher. Of course. Well, I'll take the coins anyway. That can work. Anakin Skywalker's personal hell. Yeah. I can see it. Gets everywhere. It's so irritating. Tails can't get me that high, can he? He cannot. It's gotta have been a way up there, though. It's frustrating to know that there's one up there and I just can't get to it. I'm around 110 issues. I've got to say, there's Kino Gum. So I'm hopelessly old. Oh, that one's a death. Okay. Kino Gum. Kino Gum being cooked for this stuff. Is that a way of saying it's good? I assume that just means it's good. In which case, yes, I highly agree. Sonic the Comic is amazing. Okay, yeah, this is the boss area, so we are not getting an emerald here. That's that is unfortunate. It's highly unfortunate. I like it, basically. Okay, cool. That's good. Apologies for not being au fait. So this is one of those bosses where I'm like, really cool idea. Once, you know, you figure it out the first time, you're like, ah, that's so badass. But then once you know the secret, further visits, it's just like, yeah, come on. Come on. Get in the sand already. So I'm going to show it in probably the next part of my Sonic the Comic videos I'm doing. I was recently able to purchase an original page. It is issue 50, page 3, Sonic vs. Mecha Sonic. It's currently at the framers, getting professionally framed to then go up on my wall. And I'll be, yeah, I'll probably show that off when I do the next part of my Sonic the Comic retrospective, which covers the arc that issue was in. There's more Sonic the Comic content coming. Yes. So I've done Sonic 3 very recently, and Sonic and Knuckles is next. Just going to, because there are rings here. Does that mean there's a... There might be stuff to find. No! Buggery. I know there's something up there, though. Oh. There's all the incentive I needed. Right. Let's just do the light switch for... I don't know. I don't really need the light switch. The lights were on when I started. Come on, Tails. Come on, Tails. No! Okay, fine. We're giving up on that one. Hopefully we will find big rings as we go, though. Because, we need them. We need them. I love how SCC readers were cool enough to ask for more decap attack. Hell yeah, we were. I've been to... So, Richard Elson and Nigel Kitching and Lou Stringer as well, come to think. They've been at a few different Sonic conventions over the years. I've gotten to meet them a couple of times now, and they are just really chill, nice dudes. Like, so down to earth and so happy to chat. And like I keep saying it, but whoever said don't meet your heroes did not have Richard Elson as their goddamn hero. I tell you. Because, absolutely, if you get the chance to meet Richard and Nigel, especially, just do it. They're so nice. I'm just trying to get myself... No. I'm not going to get myself up there. Fine. Oh, thanks, Tails. There's another zone where I'm probably going to run past a bunch of big rings, like, just be feet away from them and have no idea. Because I think, like a lot of people, I get to this zone and I go, oh god, get me out as quickly as possible. Because apparently ancient Egyptians lived on the floating island. Leaving hieroglyphs and everything. Oh, come on. Bloody light switch mechanic. Oh, that was smart. Oops. Anything in here? No? No, just a lovely bonus area set up to reward me with nothing for reaching it. Perfect. And Sandopolis wonders why nobody loves it. I can tell you why. Come on. There we go. There's enough reasons to dislike this level that someone could probably do an entire YouTube channel just on reasons why Sandopolis sucks. And that could be their whole thing. Yes, Mick McMahon, he's at a lot of 2000 AD conventions. I'm lucky in that there's a really good one regularly held yearly in Bristol, which is just effectively down the road from me. I'm in Bristol once a fortnight, usually for work anyway, so... Yeah. Just really, really great bunch of people. And, like, they're so happy to talk Sonic as well. Like, there's no eel about it, if you know what I mean. Like, some people get kind of like, oh yeah, I worked on that kid's comic and that's icky. Not these guys. Like, I worked on that kid's comic and it was fucking awesome. Like, hell yeah it was. Have I just gotten to the end of the stage without a single... They meant don't meet Mel Gibson. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Which is a shame, because I maintain Lethal Weapon is a great movie. Come on, Tails, please let there be a thingy up here for me. Can we get a big ring? Ow. No, we can get attacked. Brilliant. I'm so glad I have this ability. Tails, let go. Tails, no. Tails! And it's just going to lead me straight back to where I would have been anyway, isn't it? Yep. Joy. Do they charge for autographs? No. At least not in my experience. Some creators do, and yeah, fair play to them. But, yeah, I've never been charged. Richard signed a couple of my STC issues for free, so that's... yeah. Okay, that just leads me back here. I'm not going to find a single goddamn big ring. I swear. What the hell? Am I really going to get to Lava Reef needing 2 emeralds? Because that is not a position I want to be in. It's really not. Like, come on, game. Please don't let me get to that point. Yes! A big ring! Thank you! Ah, it heard me. The game heard me. So let's go this way this time. I did need two, and this could have been my final one, had I not been a raging goddamn idiot. So, here we are. Going for another emerald. Which could have been my final emerald, and it'll now be my penultimate emerald. Ah. Legitimately quite gutted about that. Like, not playing it up for the stream or anything, I am quite annoyed that I got teleported out of the Special Sage Arena. That is out of Hidden Palace, I guess. God damn. Hey! At least we're getting some rings. Or do I have that worrying thing where there are less blue spears left than there are rings left? Which means somewhere there's probably just rings sitting in a void. You're supposed to do something really complicated to collect. Okay, that does not bode well. Oh. Okay. Well, I think I know where the other two would have been. Oh well. Wait. No! You need save states for these, goddamn. Yeah. I've heard of people charging at sci-fi conventions. Yeah. So that's what I find really weird. Like, people I care about, and who I feel made an active contribution to my pastimes and hobbies, like Richard Elson and Nigel Kitching, are happy just to be asked for their signature, right? They don't charge you for that. Meanwhile, you get a guy claiming to be third Stormtrooper on the left in the sequel trilogy. And bear in mind, there's really no way to verify it, right? They're Stormtroopers. They wear goddamn helmets. Wanting £20 for an autograph. It's like, buddy, who the fuck are you? It's... yeah. And then, of course, you get, air quotes, proper celebrities or... you know, named main actors of a show charging just silly amounts for autographs and photos, you know, triple-digit stuff. And I'm just like, man, really? Like, did you have to? Especially because a lot of these people, they've already been paid an appearance fee, right? Like a guest fee. They've probably been flown in, fed, all the rest of it. And it's like, man, you've been... oh! There we go, I got the perfect. Look at that. You've been looked after. And now you need more on top of that? Oh no, Sonic.exe is here. This is now officially a creepypasta. We're in danger. Just how it be. Yeah, just casually get a perfect on the Sonic and Knuckles stage. It's fine. I feel like I earned those 3 coins. I'm gonna say that. I earned those 3 coins. Oh, you know what you did. Whee! Now, this boss I also kind of don't mind. Although I always expect the, which 8-bit Sonic game is it that has the Son boss? I think it's Sonic Blast, where he comes in on like a Nimbus cloud and stuff. Because the backgrounds are kind of similar, I sort of always expect the Son boss here, and then get a little disappointed when it's not. I went to Sonic the Comic-Con last year. Oh, shit. I was there. I was in York. Okay. Cameo can be worse for celebs or internet personalities charging for stuff. How much for a birthday message? God damn. God damn. Yeah, it's just like this short little video clip of, like, you know, a Power Ranger or someone going, yeah, congrats on your wedding. Thanks for the 60 quid. I'm like, fine, get that bag if you need to, but I can't see it being something I would ever, No, because let's be real, they don't know who you are, they're not at your wedding or anything, yeah. See, I say something like this, and I curse myself, because then, like, I'll get to my birthday or something, and my wife will be like, hey, look, I got you a special message from Sonic the Hedgehog's voice actor. But then I guess the next question is, which one? And did she get it from, air quotes, the right one? Although, I don't think there's been a bad Sonic voice actor. I'm going to put that out there. I think there's a fairly unified Sonic voice. He's been more surfer bro at times than others, sure, but like generally he's got that same sort of bratty, cocky teenage attitude. I think everyone does a fairly good job of sounding like the character. Guys, we've got our big ring! We've got our big ring! Right, I'm going to concentrate on this for a moment, and then I promise I will read everything. So I'll make sure I don't make myself look like a complete tool. I can look like a partial tool, that's fine, that's normal. But a complete tool is a bit, you know, a bit more than I'm looking for right now. Hey! This is going suspiciously well. Which means at some point it has to go horribly wrong. Oh no. That way? Okay, so I can kind of orient myself and say that I know. If I go this way and this way, and then around these, because we're going to try for the perfect like a bunch of idiots. Well, I'm the idiot. I'm the only idiot in that. But, hey, here we go, here we go, here we go, yo. How many more of those are there, though? Slightly concerning. Right, and I think there's one more. Based on what I saw on the way here. Okay. So to get to that, I would do this. We're figuring it out. We're getting there. We're doing it. We're doing it. There are 20 orbs left. Or 20 blue spears. Sorry, not orbs. Spears. Somewhere. Oh no. There. Okay, so there's probably going to be like one more set of those. And then a set of like the 4 that I've let... Yep, there they are. So to get to that... I need to go this way. This will be the last of the rings. Okay, that's the perfect. So now we've left 2 sets of the 4 in the middle somewhere. That's one set. That's the same set. Oh, God. No! It's not those ones. Not those ones. How long do you think we're going to be searching around here? Just like, where are the final ones? There! There they are. Whee! We did it! We did it! Yeah, I don't mind your little white. Yeah. Sat AM, Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. I think possibly Underground as well. Did you do Underground? But yeah, a decent job. Wish moving, yes. Nice, the Sonic Symphony. I went to the London one last year and it was amazing, life-affirming. You're going to have a fantastic time. Sadly, this year's one, the date clashes with another event I'm going to. So I'll be at NorCon in Norfolk that weekend, and it's, yeah. But you're going to have an amazing time. Sonic Symphony was so good last year. So good. Still got the t-shirt upstairs. Because I'm a fanboy, and of course I got the goddamn t-shirt. Hold up. Can you get in another bit up here? That's another big ring, guys. So I know for future runs, there is an emergency big ring right there. This will be the thing, now that I don't need them, I'll be running across them every 5 feet, won't I? It'll just be sod's law. I'm also looking at it and thinking, okay, so I originally figured it would be about 2.5 hours to do S3K. And yeah, we're Lava Reef Act 1, and we're just over 2 hours in now, so 2.5 hours is probably about right. So we're nearly there. Whoa, what was that? Sonic, you were trying to stand on something you shouldn't be standing on. I think there's another one here, if Tails actually comes to the ground for a second. Ooh. Tails! Tails! I was going to say I think there's another one up there, but I'm not sure I want to risk my 190 rings going up there now. Unless I can get a shield here. Yeah, I can. Oh, no! No. Right. We're not risking it. Just going to quickly... Yeah, I'm sure there's one up there. So that would have been another emergency one, had we needed it. Thankfully, we don't need it, because we found awesome alternatives. Oh yeah, we're hyper now, so we can screen flash all the enemies away. I'm going to try not to do that too much, just in case anyone here is photosensitive. Same reason people don't tend to, like, stream light gun games and stuff, I guess. But yeah, hopefully that's not doing too much to the video compression on YouTube as well. You can imagine YouTube having a time with this. Nope. There we go. I'm content with Hypersonic only appearing once. I don't know, like, I would have liked to have seen a callback to it or something else done with it. But that's probably just me being fanboy. He just sort of stands there. I like when people are scared of me. Fair. That would explain the username. Oh, hey, a lightning shield. Already have one, but, you know, always nice. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going all the way to Doomsday Zone. We have the emeralds. We can build a path. Hey. Alright, let's just punch this open and go. Oh. No, 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 no. Fire shield is amazing in this level. Please let me get that. Thank you. Just checking every wall to see if any of them break now. Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. Nearly lost my shield twice there. I worked hard for this shield, damn it. Although, anyone who says there's no real platforming in Sonic, I present you that really embarrassing fall. Oh no. Right, let's just do this again. I promise I do know what I'm doing. There's this curse of, like, I'm checking for secret walls everywhere, even though I now have all of the emeralds I need and really have no reason to keep checking for secret walls. It's like this weird compulsion, I guess. Like, you can't know that secret walls exist without then feeling like you've got to find them. Maybe that's just me. But yeah, I get really weird about that in games. Like, I gotta search them all out. They're there. They're there to be found. I've gotta find them. There we go. Ah, nuts. Okay, let's try and just... Yes, bonus sage. Hopefully that'll get us a shield or over the 50 ring threshold. Oh, we're going way over the 50 ring threshold with this special sage. Give me the shield. Thank you. I will trade you out for a fire one if I can get one. I can. Hey. No! Ah, typical. Should've just waited the extra second, really. Oh man, I'm never gonna get that life. Oh, I will take those rings, though. Those will serve me very well. The Mania version of Lava Reef sounds so good. Agreed. I haven't been that too into the concept of characters going super. I kinda prescribed the Vegeta quote to Super Saiyans when Trunks turns Super Saiyan in front of him. He's just like, oh, it's a Super Saiyan bargain bin sale. It does make it feel a little less special when everybody can do it. I still don't think it should be restricted to male hedgehogs only, though. I think that's a bit... I think it's anyone who has sufficient chaos control. Like, for me, it makes sense for Knuckles, the literal guardian... Oh! Another big ring. The literal guardian of the Master Emerald, to be able to tap into that power and turn super. Like, that makes sense. Sonic... Well, yeah, he's the main character, fine. But, like... And I'm gonna upset people here. Tails having a super form. No, I can't see that. That does not make sense to me. I can't really reconcile that. I get for gameplay parity, fine, give him one, but in terms of, like, canon and story and lore, it really doesn't make sense for Tails to have it. Which probably sounds, Tailsist? Is that a thing? Oh, I did not mean to go in that bonus stage. I definitely did not mean to go in that bonus stage. I hate this place. Okay, thank you kindly for the rings and the extra life. I will accept those. Now please let me the hell out. Where's the exit? Down there. I do like his flicky companions. Yes. That is very cute. That makes his form quite unique. That was a good call. Just seems to be like one of those things, though, where for everything Sonic does right, there's something else that they screw up. Nope, we got Knuckles again, actually doing something to stop us. Thank you for teaching me the word parity. You're welcome, I guess? Wait, 84 rings? Wasn't I on like 300? What happened to my rings? I had way more than that. I had like 300 rings. What the heck? No! I've been robbed. And those jumps actually feel a lot harder as super. I'm gonna unsuper myself by going in a bonus stage. Oh! And hopefully getting another fire shield. Yeah, I mean, I'll take the bubble one if I have to, but... Ah, there we go. Fire. We're good. Yeah, those rings are gone. I ain't getting those. This is another level, actually, with the multicolor rainbow background that I can imagine YouTube compression having a time with. Oh! Okay. First time I failed that in a while. If Fang turns super... yeah. That's just taking it too far. It's still weird, like, I know it's Fang now, and it's all been confirmed, and whatnot. And Knack the Weasel was just an alias, and yada yada yada. I kind of still call him Knack. And I think I always will. Oh, there we go. The boss fight does want to activate. Beautiful. Now we have one of the dullest boss fights in the game. Yeah, man. Rouge the Bat. I wonder what that would look like. It'd probably be as lazy as they were with Silver and be like, oh, it's just how she usually looks, but with yellow fur. Fan art community. There's bound to be something. Someone's drawn it somewhere. Fang is legit just Wario Sonic. Okay, I can... yeah. They should make a game away from the Sonic canons. Like, Fang Land, like Wario Land. Yeah. I mean, hell, Tails Adventure was a thing, so I guess anything's possible. Oh no, they make like a modern-day third-person shooter with Fang. Just running around with like Fortnite controls. And you're Fang the sniper. Though I don't know that they're even using the sniper part anymore, are they? I lose track. Whee, another level done. So now we've just got Hidden Palace, Sky Sanctuary, 2 Acts of Death Egg, and our finale will be the Doomsday. We've nearly done this. And then that'll have been all of Sonic Origins with all of the Emeralds and Time Stones. Not bad. Road Rash with Fang in his modular speeder. Okay. Ah, this just leads to Knuckles' entrance. There's nothing else over here. I was hoping to get, like, some rings or something. Surprised they let me go that far for nothing. I think they'd have at least put a reward at the end of that. What? Ow! The hell? Way to make me look bad, Knuckles. Really not sure what happened that time, either. Get over here, you little red bugger. There you go. We got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Yay, all the shiny super emeralds, because I did my job properly. It's always nice coming here and seeing those, you know, active and shiny like they should be. Whoa, I did not want to drop dash, I just wanted the insta-shield, thank you. Hey. And this is where we get Sonic 3 storytelling without words. You have been betrayed, you have decided to team up with us and trust us. You are showing us a secret exit. Thank you. And you're cream crackered, apparently. I don't think I really knocked 7 bells out of you quite that badly, but still. Whee, here we are. And there we go. It's a launching. So, someone pointed this out to me and I can't unsee it now. Knuckles extends the bridge for us. We can more than easily have just made the jump. Also, if you stick around here, he's got some animations where he's like, no, go on ahead without me. It's just a really cool little detail that very few people see. I didn't know about it until I saw video evidence of it from someone else. I would like to give credit where it's due, but I genuinely can't remember. Still. Ooh. There we go. 2, 3, 4. Hey. Now this I always thought was quite cool. Facing off against Mecha Sonic in homages to classic boss fights from the series. I thought this was very well done. Though it makes me laugh that they can put the platforms in the right positions for the right distance here, but put them in the wrong positions for Sonic 1. Oh, sorry, did not mean to flash the entire screen. Appreciate that can be uncomfortable for some people, so I've been purposely avoiding using that ability of Hyper's. Oh, I've just gone completely back on myself. Cool, 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 cool. Hold on, Sam. You officially don't know where you're going, do you? Not completely turned around. It's fine. Worse things have happened. Hey. Whoa, that was close. I nearly boosted myself off the edge of the stage. Hello, Malachi. How you doing today? Hidden Power Stone was proposed for Sonic Mania and T-Lopes composed a demo. It's Act 2 of Lagoon City. Oh, cool. Cool, there's something there about Fleetway, which I'm very eager to read. One moment. Hang on. What? What? I did not know that was a thing. Again, 20 years later, new discoveries. Madness. Oh no. Right, let's just let the form run out. So that I'm not ringless. There we go. What's this about Fleetway? For their own narrative and plot points, even if it didn't happen in-game. Yeah, so their adaptation of Sonic 3 was kind of bizarre, because Sonic & Knuckles wasn't out yet, and they didn't know what was going to happen in Sonic & Knuckles. It's sort of, they take a couple of robot designs and stuff, and like a basic outline for the Sonic Knuckles rivalry forming, and then they just do their own thing. Set entirely in their own universe, with Robotnik discovering and attacking Sonic Space in the Emerald Hill Zone. And then when they get to the And Knuckles part, once they actually know what's happening... Oh, that was BS. And they can actually more safely say, okay, there's going to be these levels, and this is going to be the plot in the game, and whatnot. This is going terribly. Then they got very heavy on including game bosses, game moments, game levels. The Sonic & Knuckles portion is much more game accurate, for lack of a better term, than the Sonic 3 portion. And you'll love to see it, you really do. Alright, well that's Mecha Sonic taken out by us, and we'll leave that corpse for Knuckles to deal with. We're now at over 1 million points on the scoreboard. Alright, let's take this to the Death Egg, boys! And girls, and others. This was always a really cool animation as well, just sort of outrunning the zone as it crumbles beneath you. Although the idea that they actually make the jump into the Death Egg from there is tenuous at best. Has some sort of Shore-Jan energy to it, you know? Wait. Oh, come on! Supersonic beating up Knuckles, yes. And the fact that both of them are there for that Mecha Sonic fight as well. Like, that alone was like, oh, it's the boys! It's the boys! It's like they had a proper Goku Vegeta moment in that battle, you know? And yeah, I very much disagree with Izuka's comments about, oh, Shadow's not Vegeta. Like, dude, just let it go. He is, and it's fine. And it's almost like he's embarrassed about there being artistic influence, and it's like, it happens. Hell, Akira Toriyama was openly copying everyone else's homework for Dragon Ball, and he flat out admitted it multiple times. You know, Sonic taking a little inspiration here and there is not a big deal. It's also kind of Streisand effecty. Like, the more Izuka denies it, the more we're like, yeah, but he is, though. It almost like insults the audience's intelligence in a way to claim that it's anything but. Not a soapbox or hill I need to die on. Wee! 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 I tell you what, Sonic games do know how to make the player feel good. And then that happens. I was just praising you about making the player feel good, and then you completely cocked me. God damn you, game. Nope. Just straight away, nope. Sure, we all have sections like that in games where we're just like, ain't doing it. Alright, let's get a shield. Am I right in saying Kinnikuman had a new Netflix series recently that's supposed to be pretty good? Because, like, I was watching the Terminator Zero series on Netflix, and that was amazing. Like, production IG, so of course it looked gorgeous, but I was not prepared for it to look that amazing. Like, they went all out on that thing, and they should be really proud of what they made. But yeah, the Kinnikuman one, I'm told, is also really good, and I should check it out. Is that the case? I don't know what hit me, or why I lost my shield. Does anyone watching know why I lost my shield, or what the hell supposedly hit me there? Because I'm playing it, and I don't. Which is kind of terrible on the game's part. Dragon Ball Daimo, absolutely. I'm looking forward to that. That is next month. That is a reason to live another month right there. It's like be one of those things of like, I'm sorry, he's never coming out of this coma. There's a new Dragon Ball TV show airing next month. Oh, he's awake. Hello, Brother Eye. Goodbye, Brother Eye. We're not gonna fight you legitimately. We're not even gonna attempt. Like, you are getting completely disrespected. There you go. Thanks for turning up, though. Oh, okay, so they're getting that back. Nice. So you started drinking black coffee because Shadow the Hedgehog drinks black coffee. And we've got some original voice actors returning for the dub of Daima. Awesome. It also looks like that is coming pretty much day and date to Crunchyroll as well, So I can just watch it legally on the streaming service I already have, instead of having to hunt it down, so that'll be nice. Because it has worked out differently before, let's just say. I mean, I don't know what's going on with Crunchyroll and some of their dubs, though, because, man, like, we're trying to watch Alia Sometimes Hides Her Feelings in Russian on Crunchyroll at the moment, right? And the dub seems to come out on different days of the week. When they do dub it, they haven't always gotten around to subtitling whatever the heck she's saying in Russian, which is kind of important context for us to have, you know. So, yeah, it just... sometimes we have to wait a couple of weeks, let it, like, queue up, so they've done 3 or 4 of them, and then hopefully by that point they've also gotten around to subtitling her little Russian phrases, so that we know what the main character knows, which is what the heck she just said. Yeah. We've also just got the, they did that Get Disney Plus for £2 a month for 3 months deal for returning subscribers, which is great because I never finished watching Summertime Rendering on there, so we're now 4 episodes into Summertime Rendering. Quite intrigued, not entirely sure where it's going. It seems to now, well, I would say sci-fi, but I think it's going to have a lot of supernatural in it. And I think there's going to be certain things that, like with those kind of shows, I like trying to guess what's going on or what the rules are or the twist is going to be. And I get the impression that it's going to be the kind of thing I can't guess because we don't have the full story. And whenever, like, magic or religion gets involved in those kind of plots, it's sort of just, oh yeah, that's just the way it works. So, like, that's... I'm tempted to then call that lazy writing. Because it's lazy writing. Sorry. Probably as arrogant as I'm gonna sound tonight. But it is, though, isn't it? Let's be fair. They don't try to one-up their previous works in Kinnikuman, obviously never be as good, and I appreciate that. We saw it as Ultimate Muscle over here, and I think they only ever aired the episodes out of order. So I have, like, a tangential awareness of Kinnikuman. But yeah, my knowledge is based on a possibly incomplete dub that was aired out of order. So I'm hardly an authority on Kinnikuman. You like the Japanese cast of... See, that's interesting. And I know you've heard this one before. It's not a unique opinion by any stretch, but I struggle with Goku's Japanese voice actress. It does sound too squeaky to me. It's... yeah. I just can't... I'm sure there is, you know, an ability to get used to it, but I don't know, there's always just been something that little bit ear-piercing about Goku's Japanese voice, that I've never been really able to enjoy it in its original language. But then, like, the Blu-rays, I'm really glad that we've got the broadcast audio on there, so that we've got the US soundtrack, because, yeah, give me the Volcona stuff over the original music. I will happily take the Americanization of Dragon Ball. Kind of like how, like, I like Power Rangers, I don't have really any interest in checking out Super Sentai. The worst foreign accents in a dub that made the show unwatchable. A lot of things actually made the show unwatchable, but I read the Love Hina manga, and I loved the Love Hina manga. I've still got it upstairs, as well as Ken Akamatsu's other works. So, AI Love You, UQ Holder, and Negama. Of course, Negama. So, anyway, I then wanted to watch Love Hina and Love Hina again, right? And oh my god, the dub. Nope. That dub is awful. And yeah, especially the accents in that dub. Jesus, what were they thinking? Oh, cheers for that. That's brilliant. That's exactly what I needed before going into the fucking boss fight. I can't leave Vegas yet. Great. Brilliant. This is the Knuckles TV show right here. With my rice, I like to have cow. Yes! Brilliant. So we came out with less rings than we went in with, and no shield. Guess I'm not cheesing this. Guess I'm doing this the old-fashioned boring way. Ah well. You guys can suffer with me. There we go, that's one. Now. Yep. 2. 3. Just keep doing this. No! Missed it. I should have made Special Zones canon, bro. Another reason to read STC. Because Special Zones are absolutely an in-universe thing. People live there and everything. Like, the Special Zone is so fleshed out. Oh, you absolute sod. Yeah, the Special Zone is fully fleshed out as a place that people live in. And, like, I don't like it because that's where most of the sort of Doctor Who feeling stories of Sonic the Comic tend to happen. And I'm not a Doctor Who fan, but it's... yeah, like the Grant Morrison-y kind of stories tend to happen. I'm not saying Grant Morrison wrote for Sonic the Comic, I'm just saying they've got sort of a Grant Morrison vibe to them. Yeah. Did you know Mark Miller did some writing for Sonic the Comic? He did the Streets of Rage adaptation, which I think is goddamn wild, but makes so much sense and seems to fit his writing when you think about it. Tails, what are you doing? Oh, thank God that's over. I hate that boss. I hate that boss. Anime used to be expensive and dubbing process had to have a low budget. Yeah, things have definitely improved. Been to plenty of conventions where the voice actors have been very honest and open about what it's like behind the scenes. And yeah, things have definitely improved, but still not ideal. I'll tell you what was really weird, actually. So, my son's excited for Dragon Ball Sparking Neo. And that's coming out next month. And they revealed that the movie villains are in it. And he does not know the movie villains. He's not seen the movies. So we put on Dead Zone, the first movie, yesterday. And we watched that. That was our little morning together, just cuddled up on the couch. And during the credits, one of Garlic Jr.'s henchmen was voiced by Troy Baker. I was just like, oh, he has come away. It's just weird whenever you see someone you recognize. Like, I think it was Brianna Wu as well. So we saw her give a panel at a convention, and she had quite a distinct voice. And me and my wife played this game of, like, trying to find her in the credits of things. But yeah, they do a great job. Like, I'm a fan of dubbed anime. And And people are like, oh, the original Japanese, you get to see it sooner, and it's better, and this, that, the other. I'm like, just give me the dub, I'm lazy. Yes, we're going to work our way through them, so he will see the original Broly movie. Absolutely. Sparking Zero, that's it. Yes, they announced GT characters. We watched that trailer together. I pay for YouTube Premium specifically so we can watch things together on the living room TV without, you know, adverts and stuff. So, yeah, we sat and we watched that together. By the way, this is it. This is a finale. This is still one of the most badass endings to a Sonic game. Like, give them props. I'm very glad that this became a thing and a trope and a trend for the series. This is fantastic. Like, just 10 out of 10 for Doomsday Zone. I should be very proud of what they made here. Nope. Get the rings, get the rings! We're gonna need them. Because I suck at this level. I love this level, I'm terrible at this level. As you will soon see. Ah, and the music here. Just perfection. Absolute perfection. And this actually, like, the idea of putting the missiles back into his own face, it's pretty funny. I enjoy the concept. I'm not sure I enjoy the execution as much. That's a little more fiddly, but I very much enjoy the concept and the idea. Uh-oh. Come on. Thank you. 70 rings. That's okay. That's okay. I'm not sure what the Jesus really is in response to. I don't like how it became a trope. This was awesome because it was a one-off thing. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. The more you do it, the less special it becomes. I'd say, like, Perfect Chaos is this trope but different enough that Perfect Chaos absolutely gets a pass for me. But certainly, I think the Sonic Advance games tend to overdo it. Oh yeah, also pointed out on Twitter, these bombs that he's dropping to try and slow me down, they have little Robotniks on them. It's hard to see at this speed, but yeah, another thing I didn't know about for a good 25 years, and then once I saw it, I couldn't really unsee it. Hey, there we go. Actually went quite smoothly. Have you played Black Myth Wukong? Really short answer, no. Sorry. That's the sort of the Journey to the West Souls-like game that recently came out, isn't it? My backlog for the PS5 is, despite me saying there's no games for PS5, there are no exclusives for PS5. That's a real problem, but I do have more games in my PlayStation 4 and 5 backlog than I should probably admit. So, yeah, Black Myth Wukong would have to be more appealing to me than it is by a significant margin to get the to get bumped up that list. GG, thank you very much, Kurilu, and thank you very much for watching the whole thing again. I do like this ending as well. Like, you feel like you've made a difference, and it's that visual storytelling again. I really enjoy Sonic 3 and Knuckles. It is a very good game. It's a shame that it ever got split in two. I still prefer Sonic 2 and Sonic Adventure 1, but I recognise that this is a fantastic game. And I love just doing a start-to-finish run where I 100% it. That's amazing. The reason Dragon Ball Super exists is because Akira Toriyama didn't want Dragon Ball Evolution to be the last Dragon Ball thing. I mean, yeah. If I were Toriyama, I would feel similarly. There should be a Supersonic fake-out where he has to beat him up just how he is. I would appreciate that. It's sort of like a Sonic Unleashed opening thing, where, like, the powers get drained or taken away in a cutscene or something, yeah. The Virtual Boy has 22 games, the PS5 has 21. Think about... I think 21 is charitable. I was looking at this with some friends the other night, and we came to the conclusion that there are 5. Demon's Souls doesn't count because it's a remake of a PS3 game. Like, all the Spider-Mans are also on... Well, apart from Spider-Man 2, they're on PS4 and they're also on PC. One of the games that's included in R5 was Astro's Playroom. And that's technically a free tech demo built in, so that it's debatable if that counts. What are your opinions on Dragon Ball GT 2? So I'm going to assume that might mean Super. GT, I actually don't mind. It's a short 60-odd episodes. Super Saiyan 4 is amazing. It had some good ideas. I liked Baby as a concept. And in terms of Super, very hit and miss. I liked having a weekly Dragon Ball show to watch. The Tournament of Power was painful as it was airing because it just dragged on too long. But watching it back in like a binge session on the Blu-ray, much, much better. Yeah, so for an exclusive, I would not count the PC ports. If you can play it somewhere else, then yeah, it didn't make our list. So I should probably, because we're in the credits, I should probably talk about plans for future streams. So next stream will probably have to be on a different day, purely for the fact that I'm away this weekend coming. So I will technically be home on Sunday evening, but I'll be getting back so late that I will not have the energy to hop on a stream. So that I might move to Monday. I'll put up a scheduled stream and it'll have a date and time on there when I decide. But likewise, the weekend after that, I'm in my hometown of Norwich for Norcon. So again, I won't be around the Sunday because I'm travelling back the Monday. And the Monday night, I'll probably be too knackered to stream anything. So I don't know when the next stream will be. I know that I've enjoyed doing last week's and this week's. I know that I would like to keep doing them. So we will figure it out. We will figure it out. Keep an eye on the YouTube community tab, and I will schedule something in. I'm thinking do either Mania or Adventure 1 next, leaning more towards Adventure 1. No, I'm talking about Dragon Ball Daima. Oh, okay. That looks fun. I'm going to be watching that when it comes out. Yeah, no question about it. The Dark Dragon Balls, yes. Yes, that was fantastic. Again, I think a lot of good concepts in GT, just not so great execution. And Super 17, I can't defend that. OG Dragon Ball has some of the best fights for me. Like, Goku versus Tien at the tournament finale. Absolute peak. That's an amazing fight. Yeah. If I were to do, like, top 10 Dragon Ball fights, a lot of them would probably be from Dragon Ball, no letter on the end of it. Do you have Sonic Mania Netflix? On my phone, yes. Did they change anything of note for that version? I've got Sonic Mania on PS4, PC, Steam Deck, and yeah, Netflix, because I stupidly pay for Netflix. Wait, all titles cleared, look at that. Yeah, no, it's not strictly a gag show. It's got action, it's got a plot, so it's going to be interesting. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me. This has been a really fun stream, a really active chat. Thank you very much for that. I will be back. As I say, it won't be Sunday next week, but I will figure out a day and I will let you know. But yeah, in the meantime, I hope everyone has a great day, great week. There should be an Astrobot review video going up on the channel at some point in the next week or so. All the footage is recorded, it's written. I don't know, between work and prepping for travelling weekend coming, whether I'll get round to the voice recording and the editing. But yeah, that Astrobot video should be up sooner rather than later. But yeah, until then, I will see you all soon. Bye-bye.